Welcome back to the Carl the Crusher channel. I'm Carl and we're here at the infamous Fort Pierce in southern Utah. I'm going to take you on a journey back through time. We're going to start here at Fort Pierce. I'm going to show you some really interesting petroglyphs along this ridgeline, and they go all the way back to some petrified dinosaur tracks. It's going to be awesome. Then out of all this stuff, I'm actually bringing a REM pod, ghost pod, and a spirit box, so when we're up in the fort or near the petroglyphs, we might as well set it up and see if there's any paranormal activity going on. I am driving the Ford Raptor Roush Edition. It is an awesome truck. I'm able to put it in 4x4 Baja mode and just fly out here as fast as I can down the dirt road. No problem. It just cruises right over everything. If you guys want me to do field tests and product reviews, let me know what kind of stuff you want me to debunk or try. If you want me to use paranormal investigating equipment, night vision equipment, different kind of gear tests or weatherproofing, camping gear or travel stuff, just let me know. I'm going on a lot of different road trips, expeditions and adventures. What products you would like me to field test, and I can compare cheap versions versus the expensive ones as we go. Might as well do that since I'm going to be having to get equipment as we go on all these expeditions and explore these spots anyways. I don't think that they had any actual skirmishes or battles that are recorded, but you never know. So this is Fort Pierce, what's left of it. Man, the vibe here is really interesting because you know the circumstances in which it was built to try and push the Native American people out of this region is really shady. I think it would be a good idea, since I'm up here all alone, just to walk through here, maybe set up the spirit box and the REM pod and just see what we can find. I know that it's not nighttime, but we might as well set up the REM pod and the spirit box and turn it on while I walk around and try to metal detect the area, and we'll see if we get any kind of interesting activity. So if there's any kind of intelligent energy or consciousness here, you can communicate through either of these devices. I feel like it said, "I see you. Can you please focus your energy and say your first name?" Can you try one more time and say your name again? I just said no. I'm not gonna waste any time. I mean, this is just picking up so many different weird static signals. I'm not even gonna worry about it. It's really interesting. Sometimes I turn that spirit box on and it's completely quiet and it will just communicate with you back and forth. Maybe we'll try it again in another spot, but I don't know. Sometimes, like here, it's just a bunch of gibberish. I'm honestly way more interested in the petroglyphs and the ancient evidence. I think that it is fascinating that they always build fortresses right near these strange energetic locations with the ancient petroglyphs. That all seem to point towards an ancient mystery regarding giants, energetic portals, global travel, global catastrophe, and a bunch of strange mysteries that even includes like UFOs and a bunch of strange government cover-ups. So I'm going to go metal detect around this area. I just brought my pinpointer today, and we'll see if I can find anything just on the surface. Oh, got something here. Aha! There it is. Look at that. It's a 22 shell for a 22 long rifle. Just sitting in the dirt. So maybe that's what it is. People camping up here, popping off their rifles and stuff. But this looks pretty old. We'll put that in there. So guys, our motorcycle's pulling up. Some more litter. Keep finding people's trash, which is good. That's one of the biggest reasons why I do this. A little target right here. That's literally it. I don't know what that would be. Look at that. What is this? Just looks like maybe like a burn up piece of beer can, piece of aluminum. Picking up litter. I used my pinpointer, walked through the entire Fort Pierce on the inside, around the entire perimeter, picked up a lot of litter, didn't find anything else of significance, but I imagine that this place has probably been pretty picked over already. Still nothing from the REM pod. It hasn't made a sound, and it's still working, right? Still working. Yeah, it works. I imagine that this fortress was probably built up higher and then maybe had a wooden structure for a roof over the top that's been dismantled or taken apart. But boy, can you imagine being on guard duty and trying to look out through these little portholes to see if anybody's coming like this, and watch up and down these valleys for any intruders. It would be absolutely terrifying to sleep up here by campfire light, hoping that nobody was sneaking up on you. Plus, this whole region from here all the way up to Blind Frog Ranch and Skinwalker Ranch is full of paranormal mysteries, of weird stuff lurking up and down these valleys, legends of a strange underground honeycomb cave system with the giants that used to roam these valleys, and the carvings supposedly depict that, and also tell stories about the star people and all sorts of stuff. So it makes you wonder if there's something energetically strange about the dimensions of reality being unfolded or crinkled or wrinkled in time here, that make it really strange throughout some of these areas that I'm super fascinated with, and it ties into all these other spots I've been filming and going and exploring that you've got to check out. Here is our Fort Pierce Wash treasure map for the day. If we're looking at the map, we're gonna actually look at it from this direction, because here is Fort Pierce, and we look up here and there it is right there. So it's actually more aligned this angle. The valley goes along this way, the way the river washes back this way. So what we're going to look for is this primitive rock wall right here, and we're going to try and hang along this trail and follow along until we can get to the petroglyphs right there. I feel like I'm starting to piece the big picture together, and look at this. Here's these petroglyphs right here. I'm really interested to come back here now and see if these kind of match up with other stuff that I've seen. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Wow. Okay. This right here is really interesting. It almost looks like, I don't even know. It's just like blocks, almost like a necklace or something. And then you've got like crosses or X's. I wonder if there was something here that's been broken off. It sure looks like there was definitely carvings right here, but I can't tell what they are. Up here, you've got these really interesting like swirls or circles side by side. Go up to another, oh, whoa, okay. So look, here's this, and you've got these symbols in the middle, and then up here, you've got this with the guy in the middle, and then on either side, look, we have these interesting swoops. I'm not sure. And there's, look at that, there's either the foot or the craft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I often see that like it's like a foot with 6 toes. I don't know. And then you've got this shape with, it looks like a craft or a figure there inside of it. These symbols, a lot of times when you have this symbol, I've seen this over on the Anasazi Trail as well. You've got this with the lines going up, and then this in Egypt, if I'm not mistaken, this is like an ancient Egyptian type symbol or Aztec, where it's like the body and the arms and the hands going up with no head, and that depicts like somebody meditating. The headless or mindless, thoughtless man connecting, and then it's like this opens up or something. I don't know. Why are all these petroglyphs so similar everywhere I go? It's so mysterious. I just noticed also this like line with the dashes. Now I've seen the swoop in our last upload. We saw something that we thought was like the wings of a thunderbird or pterodactyl or something, but I almost wonder if these long lines or the ones that have the curves going up are like depictions of boats or sea travel or something like that, some sort of a vessel, or maybe even a craft coming from the sky. I'm not sure. Now, I often wonder if this is a mistake dropping down in the valley here where the water is, because this clearly was all underwater in the primitive times. And so I wonder if I need to move up onto the top of the ridge, but let's just see what we can find. And I do have the scope and different ways to zoom in and look up. So we'll just see what we can spot right now. Which way do I go? It's creepy. Let's go this way. It's like a haunted forest. I'm a little bit concerned about animals. There's definitely large animal feces and stuff, and there could be caves. Here we go. Here's a whole cliff face. I feel like we're below the ancient water line, so maybe if we push past this, we can get back up on the ridge and look where some more carvings or evidence might be. This place is super weird. It feels like a haunted ridge. I definitely get a spooked feeling. Sometimes I get that feeling just from being alone. I could, right now, stay down and follow this little weird path through the trees, or go up on the ridge, and I'm gonna go up on the ridge. Oh man. Looks like graffiti. Oh. Okay, we made it. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it much farther up there. I could climb up there and down, but I don't want to risk it. This just looks like graffiti. I think we're going to have to keep going farther. Every decision is like a choose your own adventure. Do you take the high path, or do you go through the creepy forest? Why not both? Keep your eyes peeled behind me, guys, for any creepy skinwalkers sneaking up. You know, you come into these spots, it's like swimming in the ocean. You just try not to think about the sharks, you know? I've come crawling up along the river bottoms here and notice that there is carvings up on the ridge here. These do look like older. They might be the pioneer, the people from Fort Pierce. It looks like more modern stuff though. But then I just noticed something way up here above the water line in an interesting spot that looks like really ancient weather-worn stuff. Look at that. Is that a turtle or is that the stick man? That's so hard to see, you guys. Look at this. This is really interesting. I'm walking along the bottoms of the river here, and something caught my eye that I found over on the Anasazi Trail in the same kind of spots like this. Petrified wood embedded in the tree, in the stone. So I came hiking up here and climbing over. I first noticed what looked like iron deposits in the stone right here, but then look how they literally look like tree trunk fragments going all the way up. They look like almost like beams of wood, tree limbs embedded in. I mean, look at this. All the way up, and then it gets even more dramatic. Look at this one. What? That almost looks like a 4x4, like a beam of wood. A couple of them petrified into the stone right here. See, this is definitely like petrified wood stuck in this sandstone along the crease. You can totally tell that that's what it is, going all the way up. Oh yeah, look, there's even like a fork, boom, in the tree. That's amazing. Here you can really see it. Oh look, here's a whole big segment of the bark. Absolutely ancient petrified wood embedded into the sandstone. Look at it, it's like it's exploded into there. You can see it almost looks like it was burnt or it's been charred. This is amazing. There's a raven. Or, I mean, is this wood or is this dinosaur fossils? Wait. What? Are these bones? Is this part of like... It looks like a tree. I don't know, guys. For a minute there, I thought what maybe it looks like it was charred might be like vertebrae, pieces of a tail. Oh, crazy. Definitely petrified wood. Look, you can see a stump, piece of a tree coming up out of the sand. Look at this. Petrified wood embedded right into the sandstone. It's like a whole chunk of it, fragments of it all throughout the sandstone sediment. I saw this chunk of petrified wood right here laying on the ground. It's such a big piece and there's chunks of it all over stuck in the rock here like this. And then check this out. There's actually embedded in the earth this whole petrified piece of wood. It looks like a beam where you can see the fragments coming out, the splinters of the wood. I mean, who knows how old this is or if it was part of a structure or a dwelling. Look, there, it looks like there's a chunk clear over here. It almost looks like a plank of wood. This whole layer, who knows how old this is just embedded, boom, in the sandstone, probably millions and millions of years ago. This is like a prehistoric tree. It's so weird. And look at this. This looks metal. This looks like a metal piece of an artifact or something. I'm gonna get the metal detector out and see. No, it's not metal. Is that part of the petrified wood? It's so interesting. This is super weird, guys. So that chunk of wood is sticking out. It looks like a plank of wood. And then you have this huge slab that's fallen over, boom, like off, that's fallen off of this cliff face. And look at what's in this crack right here. What the heck? This whole entire slab that's broken off of the cliff face and fallen down here has what looks like a floor or just like a layer of petrified wood right down the crack. So imagine this whole thing up this way and attached to part of that. That is so interesting. And look, even down here, you can totally see beams of wood right through there, petrified into this ancient sandstone. I mean, look, it's crystallized over. This is so old, so old. Wow, doesn't this thing look like an old dragon skull? Look at that thing. What? It looks like a big bone or like some alien fossil or something.